What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What is going on, you guys? It's be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new review of Belle Collective Season 6, Episode 7. This is the season finale. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Friday night, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What's going on? Okay, now listen. The review was late. I know it's like an hour late, but we was in confessionals today. So I've been at confessional since like 1 o'clock, and we did not get done until about 8. Okay. However, I still got one more to do, and I'm gonna be done. But that's why that's why the review is late right now, because of that. So yeah. All right. Just got out. Just got out. But however, shout out to Bando. Okay. Now Bando did a collaboration with Chasing Dallas cast member Jet Jeff for their song Something About You. Of course, the video is T. Okay. Now he knows how I feel about all the touching and rubbing and stuff. He already know I don't like none of that shit, but I'm not gonna crash out because it's a music video. A music video, they act, and I already know what it's gonna give. Hell, he told me what it was gonna give before he did it. But however, y'all, go ahead and check out the video. It's really good. The quality is amazing, and the song is amazing. I felt like they should have did it. I think I told him a long time ago when they first did the record that they should do a video for it and stuff like that. So the song is really, really good. Bando, if you have the link for the video, you can put it in the chat, and you can, put it in the chat, and they can go watch it. I know I'm not gonna watch it no more because I already seen it, and if I watch it anymore, I'm gonna get mad. So I'm not watching it. But however, the video is good, and so is the song. So support Jet Jeff and Bando for this new record that they got coming out. What that they got out is really, really good. And let me tell y'all, the video quality is actually better than most people who do these music videos that are independent artists. It's really good, for the most part. But yeah, like I said, I told him I ain't gonna crash out, and Gunica is not gonna come out. Gunica will be at bay. I'm not gonna kick down no doors and smack a bitch and nothing like that. I even shared the video on my on my Instagram story just to show my support to him, just to let him know I'm supporting. Okay, I'm supporting regardless. You know what I mean? So I even shared it. Okay, so that goes to show you that it ain't no smoke. Okay. Love you too, Bando. I had to let the people know because you already know that the people are since that video is out and all that stuff, and it was like a little sexy video, everybody gonna be waiting for me to gonna try to make it plain and clear for me to have a reaction to this video and want me to crash out. It ain't happening. So shout out to you, Bando. Always supporting. The way I was about to DM Bando when they oh my god, it ain't no need to inbox him because he had already told me about this anyway. He had already told me how it was gonna go, and of course I rolled my eyes to the back of my head when he told me how it was gonna go. Because I be ready to pop off when I see stuff like that, but like, why crash out over a music video? So it is what it is. Okay. I tell Scotty everything. Yes, he do. Okay, he tells me every motherfucking thing. So that's why I'd be so crazy when people be trying to make it seem like I don't know shit before it happens. I be knowing everything before the shit even happens. Like Bando literally would tell me before it happened. Hell, I think he told me about this damn music video in the damn scene we did for the show. One of the last scenes if not the last scene we did, he said it in the scene that it was gonna be what it was. Y'all see it for yourself. He told me. So it is what it is. But however, y'all, we're at the 5-minute mark, and it's like 30 of y'all up in here right now, but we're going to go ahead and continue on with the continuing on, all right? So here we are. We're going to go ahead and get into Belle Collective, and I'm going to start out by saying that this season of Belle Collective didn't give me shit. This season was boring. Nothing happened. It was very short. I don't even understand why we even got a reunion for it. What the fuck are we supposed to do with 7 episodes of nothing? You know what I mean? The only thing that happened was the Latrice, Letitia, Glenn, and Amanda thing. That's the only thing that they had. Selena didn't do shit but cry all season. Marie didn't do shit but pretend like she was with that white man and that big booty husband, or her ex-husband of hers. Then Carrie Paul came in and out of Jackson to let everybody know that she's from the coast and that Jackson is ghetto and she's so above it. Tamara wasn't even there. The only time we seen her was when she was talking about Greedy and that damn and her damn kid and how he ain't good with no finances. That's the only time we heard from her. And then not to mention what else happened. Who else is on the show? Who else on the show? Did I say everybody? Did I say everybody? I feel like I said everybody so far. Did I say everybody? At least I think I did. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing else happened. Like, it's just like, why are we here? And why the fuck do we even have a new person on this show who ain't bringing a damn thing? And the person that needed to be around was motherfucking Amanda, because she the one who got the shit popped off from the very beginning. But to each his motherfucking own, okay? So let's go ahead and get into Letitia and Glenn. Now, she just came in from the Gulf Coast trip that they went on and stuff like that. And then, she says that she's tired. And you would think that when she going on a trip with somebody, she would be relaxed by the time she get home. But she's not relaxed because of everything that happened on their trip. Her having to be around Latrice, her having to address Latrice. It was always... It was always going to be some drama, you know what I mean? But my thing with Letitia is I'm just over her and this whole victim playing that she doing, because that's all the fuck she doing is playing the victim, and I'm over it. I'm just really tired of her right now, because she really don't think that anything that she does is wrong, and she's not holding the people accountable that she needs to hold accountable. She's not talking to her husband. She's not doing this. She's only keeping it solely on what happened with Latrice in those games. It's all her fault. You feel what I'm saying? That's all she been saying, and it's just annoying. You feel what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody got time to be hearing it. And I feel like with every review, I'm always dragging Letitia, which I do and which I don't give a damn about. But I just feel like, girl, you doing the most and not enough all at the same damn time. It's irritating, and I'm sick of you. She says that Latrice and Glenn, the main two people that she feels the closest to, was are always constantly hurting her. Latrice is always hurting her, and Glenn is always hurting her. But Glenn been hurting you for years, though. So I'm trying to figure out when was you going to realize that Glenn was your biggest snake? Because you sitting up here talking about Glenn is always hurting you. Well, baby, Glenn been hurting you for years. You've been with that man since you was a teenager, and you have yet to let go. You keep on trying to make things right and all this other shit that you're doing. And before you walk out of his life, although we know you're not going nowhere. So it's just like, for me, like, what the fuck are you doing and what are you talking about? You know, that's my thing about the situation. So it's just be like, girl, like, fuck off. Don't nobody got time for that. Like, girl, bye. And then you say that Latrice is always hurting you. Okay, but you keep on trying to be friends with her. You feel what I'm saying? If you really feel like the girl keep on trying to hurt you, keep on trying to fuck you over, keep on doing shit to you, then why the fuck are you constantly trying to be friends with her? And on top of that, as I said before, not to repeat myself, but you also said the same thing about Glenn, but you keep on taking it back. So my thing is, am I supposed to feel sorry for you? Because I don't. Am I supposed to give a fuck? Because I don't. Am I ready for this season to be over? Because I am. Like, I'm sick of the bullshit. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired. I'm just telling y'all right now. Like I said on my our roast review panel Wednesday, like, somebody literally called me out for saying every time they watch my Belle Collective review, you feel what I'm saying? It always comes across like I'm just dragging Letitia. And it's not that I'm dragging Letitia, but Letitia has been playing the victim ever since that incident happened. So to me, it's like, why the fuck are you playing the victim when you know you're not innocent in nothing? You ain't innocent in a motherfucking thing. So I don't even understand why you even constantly trying to make it seem like you are. You're not, because I feel like y'all are revisionist historians. And when I say y'all, I ain't talking about people that's watching. I'm talking about the motherfuckers on that show. They are all revisionist historians. They all forget what the fuck they have done to people. The way that Letitia is sitting up here laying it on thick as her neck, making it seem like she's a damn victim, it's motherfucking crazy to me. All the shit you've done to people on this damn show. What about the shit you did to Tamara? I keep bringing it up, and I'm going to keep bringing it up to drive my point home. All the shit you did to Tamara, the shit that you've done to Latrice, the way you tried to fight that girl on stage with Marie, all that other dumbass shit that you motherfuckers had done. I don't understand why y'all feel like that shit is okay. It ain't okay, baby. It's not okay. It's never gonna be okay. And I'm never gonna be on your side. And when it come down to whatever happens with Glenn, I don't give a damn. Okay? Nobody feels sorry for you and nobody gives a fuck about you with your sausage neck ass. Don't nobody give a fuck. Okay? I'm just being honest. She doesn't understand how her and Latrice can be so cool, but then the next thing you know, they keep falling out. If y'all want my honest opinion on what she just said, I'ma go on give it to you, honey. The reason why y'all can't be cool is because of the fact that y'all ain't got no business being friends. If you really want to be honest about the situation, y'all really ain't got no reason to be friends. Y'all don't need to be friends. If anything, Latrice should have cut your ass the off right after that season reunion when you walked up on her acting like you was gonna fight her, getting all up in her face, calling her an insecure bitch. From that reunion on, we would have never had no friendship. One thing about me and two things for certain about me. I don't play these damn games. You are not going to disrespect me and think that it's going to be okay for you to do so. Absolutely not. You are never going to get a chance to disrespect me and think that you're going to get away with it. Absolutely not. And I feel like Letitia has gotten away with disrespecting everybody on this damn show. But I feel like because she's the so-called nucleus, and as Carlos King calls it, the force multiplier, they act like, they can't say nothing to her. But baby, we gonna say something to you. I don't give a damn if you're gonna play your Shawnee O'Neal on this motherfucker. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna say what I gotta say to you. And that's just on point. And that's just on period. The biggest snake around you is your fucking husband. And you don't even give him all the shit you giving Latrice. So girl, sit your ass down. And you know what? Sometimes I do feel bad that sometimes I do feel bad about the fact that that I don't give her nothing, but I really don't care. Fuck Letitia and the clique she claimed. Okay, like for real. So we're gonna move on to the next topic, and that is Latrice and Cliff. Okay. Now Latrice pops up on Cliff at the condos because when she got home, she realized that Cliff wasn't there. So she knows if Cliff ain't there, Cliff is at them condos. So she comes in with a suitcase and she says that she's about to move in with Cliff and that they're both gonna be at these goddamn condos together. That's what she said. Now she said, I'm gonna move in with Cliff. I'm gonna move in with my husband, with Zaddy and baby. We're gonna be in these condos together. Now, is it just me? Because I just said this, but is it just me, or has Latrice calmed the hell down on calling him Zaddy? Because I haven't heard her say those words Zaddy in quite some time now, which I'm not mad at because I'm glad that she done stopped saying it. Let's just be clear. I'm glad she ain't been saying that shit because when she used to call that man Zaddy all the time, that she used to get on my last goddamn nerves. I used to be like, girl, stop calling that man that. Stop calling that man that. You're gonna get on my nerves and everybody else's nerves when it come down to it. Okay. So absolutely not. Okay. Like for real. Like I'm glad that she didn't stop calling him dad Zaddy. Okay. Because Latrice get on my goddamn nerve with that. But she asked Cliff what he been doing since she was gone. He said, I had some me time. I had me some me time when you were gone. I had some me time. And so he feels like at the end of the day, he feels like Latrice is just being petty right now because, she feels like they supposed to be all up under each other and stuff like that, being that they're married. But I'm just saying, Cliff, you were saying the same shit. Like there was a time where Latrice couldn't do shit, be nowhere without you being around. So my thing about the situation is, why you should feel no kind of way about the shit. You really should, because you was on that same type of time. You was the one that was just like, well, if I ain't around, Latrice can't be around if I ain't around and all that other shit. So to be quite honest, I mean, she ain't doing nothing but playing out of your playbook. Like you was doing the same damn thing. So what you mean? What you saying? What's the problem? I don't understand. So that's what she doing, but it's all petty, and both of y'all look dumb. Like Latrice, you shouldn't even be constantly arguing with this man about staying in them condos because he know what the fuck he doing. He knows that shit pisses you off, and that's why he constantly do it because he knows that it pisses you the hell off. That's why he doing it. Latrice says that she's tired of stressing about Letitia, Glenn, and Amanda, and my thing is, I wouldn't have been stressing out about it anyway. Honestly. I mean, here's what I'm saying. If I hurt one of my friends, then I could take that. And If I hurt one of my friends, I can honestly say that, it's like, yeah, I understand. Like, I'm wrong. But I don't think that Latrice hurt her for shit. I just feel like Letitia looking for somebody to blame, and the person that she wants to blame is Latrice because she really don't like that girl. And she's shown this shit time and time again that she really don't like that girl, and that's just it. So that's how I feel. That is absolutely how I feel. I don't really give a damn, to be honest. So you know what I mean? It's just, that's just the way it is for me. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that at the end of it all, she looking for somebody to blame. Like I just said, she looking for somebody to blame, and that person is not her husband. She want to blame Latrice for every goddamn thing, which is amazing. Isn't that amazing, guys? She wants to blame that girl for every bad thing that happens in her life. It's all Latrice's fault. Everything is Latrice's fault. And ain't nobody got time for that. No one does. Get the fuck out of here. She's been been deflecting. So, like I said, if I was Latrice, I wouldn't give a fuck about her feelings. Just being real. Latrice says that she wants her and Cliff to be on the same page, that being that they're married and they should be on the same page, which is true. They need to be on the same page. But at the end of it all, y'all, I really don't think that Latrice and Cliff will ever be on the same page. I just don't think that they ever will be. And that's sad to say, because I really want them to make it and I want them to win. But how the hell you gonna win when you ain't right within? Okay. And that's just the truth of the matter. So it is what it is. So that's what I'm thinking about the situation. Like that's what I'm thinking about the situation. I feel like, it's a lot to deal with Cliff and I'm sorry, Cliff and Latrice, but I don't think they ever gonna be on the right page. Their age gap is something else. So Letitia and Glenn. Letitia said that she wants to be there for Selena because, they want to go back to Prentice, Mississippi to her son's house where he was killed at. And she wants to be there for Selena, but she got to be around Latrice. I'm so tired of Letitia. Every scene that she's in, I can't trust Latrice. I can't trust Latrice. She's abandoning our friendship. She's making me look bad. She's attacking me. She's doing things to me that I don't approve of. She's attacking my marriage, and she is doing this to me. And I'm deflecting, and I don't want to blame my husband for the things that he has done. And I think it'd be easier if Latrice was the one to point her finger at and blame, because she is the scapegoat of the collective. So for that reason alone, I'm just going to take everything and I'm going to pin it on her. My thing with this is, girl, this is supposed to be about the fact that you want to support Selena. Why are you making this about you? Why are you making this about you? Why? Why are you making this about you? I don't get it and I don't understand. But it is what it is, okay? Like, girl, ugh. Then Glenn says, I look at Latrice and Cliff like family. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I got a utmost respect for Cliff. You know what I mean? And I just feel like it's not a balanced friendship. It's not a balanced friendship because you got caught in the DMs with Amanda. And that means that it's not a balanced friendship because of some shit that you did. Make it make sense. Okay? Make it make sense, because it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Make it make sense. Because you got caught, that makes Cliff a bad friend. Now listen to me, y'all. One thing about it and two things for certain. We can say whatever we want to say about Glenn, but baby, I don't think that Glenn is a bad friend. I really don't. I don't think that he's a bad friend to Glenn. I think he's a really good friend to Glenn, period. I really do. But I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like Letitia and Glenn are one and the same. And I feel like they weak ass deserve each other. They really do. Because I feel like they're both doing the same thing that they're doing to the other. Letitia is deflecting and blaming Latrice, and now Glenn is deflecting and blaming Cliff. And I don't understand. And at the end of the day, Cliff did try to warn you and tell you to calm the fuck down because you're making yourself a little guilty. Like, he did try to help you out in that situation. You didn't do yourself no favors by jumping up in Javon's face, acting like you finna fight her. You know what I mean? So I don't get it. But like I said, Letitia and Glenn are one and the same. They won't take accountability. They won't say what the fuck they've done, and they're willing to blame everybody else but themselves for the things that they've done. Don't nobody got time for that shit. Don't nobody got time for that shit. Y'all deserve each other, honestly. Stay together. Let's stay together. Loving you weather. Times are good and bad and happy and sad. I'm so in love with you. Deflecting when I want to. And it's all right with me. That's all they do. That's all they do. Oh my God, it's annoying. Like, they're the most annoying. I can't. But anyway, he said he wants to talk to Cliff because he needs to know why he let him get set up like that. Once again, Cliff ain't had a damn thing to do with that. I don't care what nobody say. Cliff did not have nothing to do with that. And y'all know that Cliff would have said something to both Latrice and Amanda. He would have not been down for that. And y'all know that. Just like I said, we know that Cliff be full of shit. We know that. But we also know that he didn't have nothing to do with that. Cliff wouldn't even be down for no shit like that. And we know this. So why are we acting like we don't? Why is Glenn acting like he don't know that? And why is he trying so hard to point that finger at Cliff? And what's making it so bad is that we're defending Cliff when he's normally on the bullshit most of the time. Cliff be on the bullshit, but he's not wrong here. And I'm team Cliff when it come down to Glenn. I don't give a fuck. I'm team Cliff because he didn't do shit wrong here. Not nothing. So I don't even understand why they making this a Latrice and Cliff situation. They're both doing the same thing. Moving on. So we get into Tamra. Now, we probably going to get through Tamra real quick because Tamra ain't got shit going on. Tamra ain't got shit to do. Like just like I said on Russ Review, as much as I love Tamra, and I'm really here for Tamra being on this show because she's very legitimate and she's really, besides Latrice, one of the more notable people in the Jackson area because she is a radio personality on Hot 977 and everybody knows her. And she's doing shit outside of this show. She's literally working her ass off. But my thing about this situation is this right here. Why I think that she needs to go at this point. I love Tamra, but I think she's outgrown this show and she really don't need it no more. Cause she ain't been around. And I really feel like she don't like most of these women. The only ones that she like is Selena and Latrice. Them her girls. But I mean, okay. It is what it is. But if she stays, I don't mind because I like her. But all in all, I don't know why she's still here. So her and Greedy, they are not married right now. And she said they're not because of all of the financial issues that Greedy is having. Now, let me tell y'all something. I'm digging Tamra basically putting her foot down when it comes down to finances. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you want to make sure that finances are on point. No, they're not going to always be on point all the time. You know what I mean? Because, listen, I'm going through a financial situation right now. And that's because I was pouring my money into this book. And, I've been going through some financial issues for the last 2 months. But, baby, one thing about it, their rent is paid and the lights are paid and food is in their refrigerator every single month. I never worry about that. I can be short on everything else, but the roof over my head and the goddamn food and the lights, I make sure that's done. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Okay. However, I think that she got a point. You want to make sure your partner is intact financially, and that's something that you got to do. You feel what I'm saying? So, Greedy doesn't really think about stuff like that, but Tamra actually does. And they're now they want to become one. So in order for them to become one, they got to be intact when it comes down to issues like finances and things like that. And I definitely agree with Tamara. I know that a lot of people be feeling like Tamara just be coming at Damon and just be, dragging him and shit, but I don't really think she be dragging him. I just think that she wants to make sure that everything is on point as it should be. You feel what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with that. Girl, make sure that money right. Yeah, he a good father. Yeah, he can buy her a pair of socks here and there. But if y'all gonna be together and live in the same house and be like a real couple and be married, y'all got to make sure that's intact. But I told y'all, Greedy smells good because I've seen him before at the Jackson State Homecoming. I walked past him a couple of times and he smelled good. Okay, so Greedy smells good. Greedy looks good. Greedy look like he worked for UPS, and he should. Okay, he look like he worked at Amazon or some shit. Like let him work at Amazon or some stuff like that. They make good money in Amazon. Now I think that if I hadn't left Mississippi, I probably would have wound up working at Amazon. Okay, like that's just being for real. But and it's Amazon down the street from me. Okay, so that's the way I feel about it. So, but she said that she was gonna back off for him a little bit on that financial thing, but he said that he's open to her checking in and making sure he on point. So at least they're moving on. So we get into Cliff and Glenn. Glenn shows up at Taste, ready to confront Cliff. He says that him and Cliff ain't talked since the pool party, and he feels like he needs to know why he ain't have his back. So Cliff come outside, they shake hands, and Glenn just starts off the conversation by saying that he felt set up. Cliff says that what happened with Amanda had nothing to do with him, so he don't understand why he felt set up. Once again, I agree. I don't believe that Cliff had a damn thing to do with any of that shit that happened with Amanda and the damn DMs. He didn't have nothing to do with it. Y'all know that Glenn wouldn't be down with that. He prides himself on being too much of a macho man to be involved in some bullshit like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't believe at any second and at any given moment that was going to be that type of time. I don't believe it. So no. I don't believe it. I just don't think that he was on that kind of time. And I do think that Glenn knows that he was on that kind of time, but it's just easier for him to just point the finger at Cliff because he don't want to be in a doghouse. But Cliff didn't do shit. Cliff didn't have nothing to do with nothing. And we can stop trying to blame him. We can honestly stop trying to blame him because he didn't do nothing wrong, like at all. Let me see. So then Cliff said, well, why this situation was going on, though, Glenn, I was trying to make you calm down and make you understand that you need to hold your composure and hold your peace, because in that moment, man, you was looking guilty. And I didn't want you looking like that. Like you was looking flat out guilty in that situation. And that wasn't no good look for you. And to be honest, if he really didn't do nothing, Cliff is absolutely right, because the first thing you did was try to get up in a woman's face, and I don't give a damn about her being a bulldog that was still a damn woman. And you walked up in her face like you was gonna fight her. And I don't give a damn what you say. Javon looked like she would have whooped your ass. I'm just being honest. I wouldn't even fight Javon. Javon looked like she could whoop ass. Okay, I'm just being for real. I think she would have dog walk your ass. But at the end of the day, you did make yourself look guilty. And then he said that it wasn't no guilt and that he feels like Latrice knew what Amanda was gonna do. If she did know what Amanda was gonna do, doesn't matter. Amanda wouldn't have done shit had you not been in her DMs. I'm not gonna keep on sitting here telling y'all the same shit. Y'all can blame Latrice all you want, but you were the one that was in DMs. You were the one trying to holler at a woman that just got out of divorce with another woman. That was you. That was you in your mood. You chose to do that. So I don't understand. I still don't get it, nor do I understand why in the hell do you feel like it's okay for you to just point the finger at Latrice and Latrice only, and that Latrice knew what was going on. You also knew what was going on when you was hopping up in Amanda's DMs. And did you really believe that by you hopping up in Amanda's DMs that Amanda wasn't gonna tell Latrice what the fuck you do? You know that's that girl best friend. You know that's that girl best friend since high school, and you know she be in that girl chair all the time to get her hair done. Well, so what would make you think that she wasn't gonna tell Latrice nothing? It was gonna leak at any given moment, being that that's her friend. You just too dumb to realize that, because you thought she wasn't gonna say nothing like your other hoes do. So Glenn feels like Cliff should have had his back more than that. What in the hell was you expecting Cliff to do in that moment? Was you expecting Cliff to cuss Amanda out? Was you expecting Cliff to push Amanda in the pool? What was you expecting him to do? You got caught, and there was nothing more that he could say or do to help you in that moment. You got caught. I'm trying to understand what you wanted from that man. What exactly did you want? What did you want? Because this all falls on you. It don't fall on nobody else but you. You chose to hop in somebody else's DMs. You chose to hop in another woman's DM. You did that. So I'm just trying to understand and trying to be clear on this whole situation. But if you don't get it, then that's fine. You know, if you don't understand, that's fine. If you don't want to understand, that's also fine. I don't really give a damn at the end of the day. But I just think that, bitch, you doing too much. You want to blame this man. You want to blame his wife. You want to blame everybody but your goddamn self. And I think that that is real fucked up. And you and your wife ain't shit because both of y'all do the same shit. Y'all want to point the finger at every goddamn body, and then that's just some bullshit to me. Like, just straight up bullshit, okay? Anyway, anything else was said in this scene? Glenn questions if being around the Rogers is a safe space. Well, if you feel like being around me ain't no safe space, then don't be around me then. You really gonna sit up here and say that I don't feel like y'all are safe space, all because you got caught. You got caught and now was everybody else to blame. Can't get with it. Cliff says that Glenn can trust him in any way. He been trusting him for all these years. Why you can't trust me now? And I agree. But Cliff, fuck Glenn. He's hell bent on blaming you and your wife for what happened to him, although he was the cause of what happened to him. So I don't even think that you even need to be worried about what the fuck going on with him. Fuck him, okay? He ain't got nobody but himself to blame. He says even after this conversation, he's still conflicted by it, but Latrice and Cliff are not invited to his recommitment ceremony that he throwing for Letitia. If I was Cliff, I would be happy to not be invited to that fuckery and fraudulence of it all. I would not. Anyway, moving on. So all the women are headed to Prentice. Now, Prentice is like an hour away from Jackson. And that's the country. That's the south part. That's closer to the coast. So Selena is back in Prentice for the first time since her son got, offed. And at this moment, she's always been protesting about never coming back to Prentice. She don't really want to be there. You feel what I'm saying? She don't never want to have a reason to go back there. But now that she's talked to the medium, she feels like they gave her all the power that she needed to go there. She gets to the house. Maria is there. Letitia is there. Glenn is there. She wrote there with Latrice and Glenn. Carrie is there. Everybody's there for her. They go around to the side of the house where they go into the space where her body was, where her son's body was found in. I could have lost. I don't know how Selena was doing it. But baby, I don't know if I could ever go somewhere where a loved one of mine was off and their body was found there. I don't think I could ever go in that space without crying. And let me tell you something about me. I'm a thug, man. I don't do no crying like that. I almost did in confessional today, but I don't do no crying. But at the end of the goddamn day, if it's somebody that fucking close to me, ain't no way I could have went there. I don't know how she did it, but God gave her the strength, and I'm happy that she gave her the strength. They go into the house. It's her first time going in the house for the first time. She sees the door. It looked like there was an altercation. It was fingerprints on the door. It was like foot marks on the door, dents in the door, like everything. And that's when we find out that the case is still unsolved, which is unfortunate. Because it's very unfortunate when you have unsolved cases such as this one. You have unsolved cases like this. And I think that, we all feel like the police is supposed to protect and serve and do all of that. You feel what I'm saying? But they don't. I don't really fuck with the police. I don't like the police. The police don't do shit but pull people over to get them a ticket. That's all the fuck they do. And ever since my incident with the police, about a year or so ago when the police pulled out a gun on me and my baby brother for no goddamn reason. I don't fuck with police. I don't deal with police. I don't like the police at all. I don't even like to see them coming. When I'm going up to the store and shit like I will after this live is over, they be just driving up and ready to, you know. The police here in Atlanta is really not that bad as the police back home, but baby, yeah. So Cliff starts speaking of Quincy, which is her son's name, and he used to work for Cliff, and he was a well-spoken person, and he was just like his mama or whatnot. So that's when they were all sitting in the kitchen. Latrice proposes a reward to the police because she feels like with money sometimes can make people speak when there's money involved. So she said everybody can come in and pitch in, and if they all can agree to a specific amount, and if they don't make that amount, Latrice and Cliff can cover the rest of the money for the reward. I think that's a good idea because when you put a prize out there with some money, a bitch gonna run up and let you know they're gonna speak like a motherfucking canary with some money involved. So shout out to Selena and shout out to the collective for putting all that shit aside to go and be there with Selena. That was very hard to watch. I promise you it was. So Glenn is getting ready to do this surprise recommitment ceremony for Letitia, but Marie called him and said that nothing is set up. Latrice pulls up and she already knows about the surprise, and she's really mad because how the fuck you gonna tell me that there's a surprise going on, and then at the end of the day, I find out about my surprise. So they go, so she's mad when she pulls up, and she's disappointed by Glenn's effort. And Glenn says, well, fuck it then. Don't worry about it. She goes in the house and then he tells the cameraman to cut the damn cameras off because he wouldn't take accountability. What else is new? So Marie and Cedric, who cares about him getting rid of that damn bed, about the women that was in and out of that bed? Like, don't nobody care. But okay, Marie, play on. Okay. So Glenn starts calling Tisha while he's at the park, but she's not answering the phone, and that's worrying him. And he said that he would be completely heartbroken if Letitia don't show up. So everybody's at Taste. Carrie, Selena, and Tamara arrive, and Cliff reveals that, and everybody's wondering where everybody else is at, right? So then after that, Latrice said that she invited everybody, but Marie and Letitia didn't show up. And that's when Glenn said, well, Tisha and Glenn are renewing their vows, and that's why they're not there. Now, Carrie and Selena felt some kind of way about not being invited. But Tambra says that this is a pattern from Glenn because every time something happens, he do something very big for Letitia. So it's like a complete pattern for him. So there's a recommitment thing. Maria arrives. Letitia shows up. Letitia sitting up here crying, talking about the reason why she doesn't give up on her marriage to Glenn is because she believes in the sanctity of marriage. And that she only wants to love him, and that she really wants him to make it easier for her to love him. And she says she forgives Glenn. She wants to have peace with Glenn. She forgives him, which we already knew. And that was pretty much the end of the episode, y'all. So basically, we went through all this bullshit about Latrice not telling you what was going on, what happened with Amanda, only for you to say that you forgive him, and for you to forgive him and take him back anyway. So why will Latrice come back and tell you anything that's going on with this man? You gonna take him back? Why waste my breath? Girl, bye. But y'all, I just want to tell y'all that this season was some bullshit. This season didn't give me shit. This season was boring. Nothing even happened. And I don't even know why in the fuck we are having a reunion. And Letitia still finna look a mess at this goddamn reunion. And there better not be no two parts. It better not be no two parts. Because if it is, Carlos, you're going to see me. We follow each other on Twitter. You're going to see me if this shit is two parts. But in case y'all didn't see Roast and Review this past Wednesday, I did inform y'all that they're filming season 7 of Belle Collective right now as we speak. They're filming season 7 right now. Why? I don't know. But they're filming season 7. They're trying to hurry up and come back. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. If they're coming back with season 7, baby, we need more than 7 to 8 episodes. We need some more Bells because it's going stale. But from the pictures that I've seen, Timber is back this season. Timber is back. So it seems like everybody, including Carrie Paul, is back. We need another Belle. We do. And like I told y'all before, Amanda was supposed to be a Belle, but Letitia didn't want to film with her no more. So, and that was the only excitement that we had was Amanda. But Latrice know a couple of folks around there that could be a Belle. I know a couple of folks in the Jackson area that could be a Belle. I promise you, I know a couple of them. But you know, it is what it is though. But that was my review. Now, I work late tomorrow, so normally my Braxton's review would have been after work. But being that I gotta work from 11 to 7, I'm gonna try to get up early in the morning and do my Braxton's review at 9:30. I promise y'all, I'm gonna try. If I don't do it at 9:30, that means I will still sleep. I promise y'all. But we're gonna try to get it done at 9:30 in the morning tomorrow. Hopefully, you guys are up and awake when it happens. Okay. Shout out to you guys for being with me this late. But like I told y'all, we was in confessionals all fucking day from like 1 to like 8, and it was like me, JT, Carl and DJ. It was 4 of us doing confessionals, and I'm still not done because I had the most things out of everybody. Carl done with his, JT done with his, and DJ is done with his. So that only leaves me, Bando, and DeLon to finish. I got about 3 more episodes of confessionals to finish. Oh God, that's what happens when you film the most. That's what happens. But anyway, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the review for tonight. I wish I could have given y'all more, but it was boring. Okay. Before we go, be sure to pick up my book, That's Why You're Lonely. It's now available on Amazon and Kindle Books. I just sent out some books yesterday, and if you caught my short yesterday, you would know that I just sent them off. I literally only have 8 more books to send out, so I'm almost done. And I had to order some extra books for those of you who did pre-orders, because some of y'all had pre-orders so goddamn late to where we were done with pre-orders, but y'all had already paid y'all money, so I had to order some more books so I could be sure to give them to y'all. So we only have 8 more books, like people like Ravine and people like who else? Like people like the Jail Slayer and all of them. They're they're like the last ones up. So Audible and Tramiel was one of those people, but Tramiel live in Atlanta, so Tramiel came up here and got his book over the weekend. However, everybody that like Andrea and Ravine and the Jail Slayer and all that other stuff, all of you guys that started ordering books at the last minute, it's y'all now. Y'all are the ones that's about to get y'all books starting next week and the week after that. It's all on y'all now. I only got 8 more to send off. Listen, it's been a time trying to send these books off, but I promise y'all I'm glad that it's about to be over with. So yes, y'all about to get y'all books. This is all everybody that ordered late. This is y'all getting y'all books. Okay. So with that being said, you guys, this is your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here, and I will see you guys for the Braxtons. Bye.